Well, hello again, friends, and welcome if you are watching to another Prefect 99 live stream. I say another, but it's been a while, so thanks for coming along, if indeed you are. Hopefully, audio quality is okay. You find us back where I think we left the jet last time, which was quite a while ago now, a couple of weeks. Here at Belfast City on the GA apron. We're off to Manchester for the VATSIM event for Midweek Madness, and I am rusty, and apologies for the delay. It took me a little bit of time to get everything running, as of course it usually does. So we are off to. So projectFLY is running. That's good. We'll see if there's any more plugins that I can kill. The updater can go. Sim coders can stay on. It's fine. So frame rate wise, how are we doing? As you can see here with the hardware, pretty darn good if you ask me. I'm sure I can turn a few things up, but we do get a bit of a hit sometimes, so let's leave it as is. Here is the jet. I'm just going to shut the baggage up. We'll open up the ground power, shall we? And open up the fuel. I've got some fuel calculations to do. I put 30 minutes extra reserve, but with 9 packs and 300 kilos, we've got a payload of 1,046 kilos. So that's going to give us if I'm right, it says we've got max 0 fuel weight, so it's 55. Yeah, we can't. I don't think we can take that much, can we? So we can only take 950, so I am actually going to have to reduce that down because the maximum 0 fuel weight is 6450. So we would have to make some changes. We couldn't take either as much as we wanted. We can just about take 946 is our max there. So that's our limit. The life of a corporate pilot, huh? Yeah, payload cargo limited by max 0 fuel weight is what it says on, and it kind of makes me think this whole thing, this whole slider here is utterly redundant. If the max 0 fuel weight is 50, that could be 1,000. So anyway, let's get back down to the fuel. We need 1229. So let's select 1230, and that's given us an extra 30-minute reserve on arrival. And let's get that loading up. So what would be really good, I think, is being able to do on here payload of filling a seat, for instance, putting baggage fore and aft to do the center of gravity shift if you need to. I'm sure you probably don't, but at least being able to fill it. So a few less bags. If we say we've got 9 packs, that's 756. At 84 kilos each, which means you could take 194 kilos of baggage for everyone, including the crew. So 194 divided by 9 means everyone would have 21 kilos each. So that's probably relatively realistic, isn't it? Depending on what you've got. Bearing in mind that it's take into account hand luggage, etc. Everything you bring on board. So there's the airplane fueled up. 1235 indicated. We'll double check that later as we start the airplane up. Release supply power. Shut that panel and hop back in. So, do we need to do anything? Yeah. Parking brake is set, the chocks are out already. Pop this in. Bus tyres auto. Gens can go to auto. What I might do is connect the GPU. So crossbleed is auto. It's auto.
Fire. Fire. System test. Okay. Fire.
Check all the annunciators are on.
Stall. Stall.
Yeah, look, you can see that working.
Stall. Stall. Pass.
And I don't know if it does work. I think it does. Oh, there we go. Y gets rid of that. Let's turn the lights off. Hydraulic pump's going to stay off for the moment. That works. Off. Auto. It's all off. Engine's off. Inspection lights off. Of course, in reality, you go around and check all of the external lighting. Auto off. And we have already checked. Close. Good. Let's pop the nav lights on. Emergency exits. Leave the lights off. There we go. Welcome back to the jet. What we can do is transition that on. Everything else is running. projectFLY had already started. So, takeoff weight is probably going to be a little bit higher than estimated because we've got 1235. Zero fuel weight of, say, 946. 6446. So just filling that in, we said we had how much fuel? 233. So we see what our takeoff weight is going to be, but I will plan for that. Of course we're going to use less, and we've got the long taxi, I think. So let's get into the flight plan. Delete that one. And our flight plan is a pretty simple one today. We are going to DUFFY direct. Section UK, yes. No, it didn't want it there. Oh, sigh. Right, let's delete and start again. There we go. So, DUFFY. Then, going 015. And the exit point is GIGTO. That's it. Then we are going to Manchester. So procedure wise there's nothing for departure, as you can see there. Arrival, we think it's going to be filed Mersey to Delta. I'll check the chart in a moment. All runways. Let's see. Two Charlie, 2 Delta. So 2 Delta from GIGTO. That's fine, that takes us to Mersey to hold. And then vectors direct for the ILS. So that's fine. Let's load that, we can change it if we need to. And I think it's going to be 2, 3, right. Not via Manchester VOR. And all categories 450, which is 200. I'll do that way. Go. So there is our flight plan. 170 at INRA. Clearance limit. Just having a look at the chart here. .270 Macux, which we're not going to be going. We're going up to 250. Happy, happy, happy. So let's confirm that one. Check those en route. So happy with the flight plan. Let's have a think about performance. If you are watching, as always, please do say hello. Somebody is. So we think we've got 6446 0 fuel plus 233. That gives us an absolute max of 7679. Are we going to burn 80 kilos? Probably not. So having a look at the performance takeoff. And I'll tell you what, I'll do landing first because we've got a very long runway. So 76 is going to be the absolute max. Our route fuel is 382. So we could expect about 72. So let's plan for 74. Gives us flap 1, flap 3. We don't need full because we've got a huge amount of runway available. So flap 1 VAC of 1.8. FS of 130 and a VREF of 115. And there's 10,000 foot of runway, so pretty happy we're going to make that. So if I take 0 foot altitude, 0 knot wind, 7.4, gives us 804 meters. Even if we go to 10 knot tailwind, you only need 1,000 meters, which is approximately 3,000 feet. So you almost don't need to even do the performance. And I suppose you could go for the absolute worst case scenario, pressure altitude of goes up to 14,000 feet, still in 1,400 meters at max landing weight, 7.6 tons. So looking at the runway, as I said, 3048. Even then, you've still got not even using half the runway, so very comfortable. So takeoff, simplified takeoff analysis, flap 1. At Belfast, the elevation is 15, so we'll call that 0. pressure altitude today. You can see it is 180, so we'll round it up to 1,000 just for the sake of argument. The temperature is 11, so we'll call it 15. And we said 7.6. 7.6 we've got. Probably going to be a little bit more than that, so I'll go up to the next one. 1099 is the distance required. And that gives us 107. 118. And VFS of 135. So let's set 135 as a reminder. It is on there. I think that just helps. Departures from Belfast. Just crack on and climb away. So I'm going to set something relatively high, 5.1. Transponder 2000 off. Probably on standby to start warming up. No, it doesn't really have to. Of those set as we like, units are correct. And I'll get the weather in a moment. So V-speeds are all done, worst case for landing as well. Well, actually it's a reasonable case, so we'll double check that before landing. Good. So, let's get the packs ready. Passengers, that is. And let's get the weather. So 360 at 4, that's going to give us runway 04, of which there is 1829 available. We only need 1100, and if you take the 1100, factor that, what is it for takeoff? 1.33, 1463, so we should still have 400 meters to spare. It's absolutely fine. Variable between 320 and 050. So, with people taking off heading south, maybe they know something I don't, so I'm going to check flight radar because they may have a preferential use, although I would have thought it would have been the other way around, so I don't know where those clouds were going. That assumes that Belfast has got any traffic. Departures. Been a fair few flights. 1905 London City scheduled. Aer Lingus, let's have a look and see what they did. Okay, they went south because the winds are so light. We're not going to do that, I don't think. I find that quite odd. So 360, 4 knots, 320, 050, yeah, take off the other way. Which is fine, and it would seem preferential for noise anyway. So I'm happy with that. Nav aids wise for the departure. There's an NDB and that's it. Duffy is a little bit difficult to get to, I think. But we're just going to go take off straight ahead. And turn to the right. There's no minimum outs or anything. Where's abatement? That's for Manchester. I'm looking at the wrong airport. Arrivals 22 preferred. Departures 04 preferred. NADAP 2. That's fine, but it doesn't apply to our aircraft because it's so light. .04 passing 500 left 033 to 3000 before turning. Because we're light, I'm sure we can probably get dispensation for that, but we'll see what we do. So, runway 04, let's get that set. 038. And the QNH is 1007. Do I have to reset those? Let's try that again. So 450. Whoops. Okay, so with all that in mind, 1830 was meant to be our off blocks time. We're going to be a bit late, but we'll be fine for takeoff. So, just getting my desk set up. So, pre-flight tests done, oxygen bottle pushed in, pressures dispatchable, elect panel, we have GPU online on 27 volts. Lead panel all auto, fuel panel, pumps, auto, crossfeed, off, hydraulics both come open. Pusher cutout is out, noise protections off, not required. Pressurization is just about to see it here. Field of elevation 250 set. Start stop, EIS both off, ignition both auto, thrust levers idle, absence speed brake both up, parking brake set. So just need to shut the doors. Hello Warhawks, thanks for joining buddy. So door shut. 1228, we are on. Belfast City traffic, Ascot 1502, Victoria apron, stand 21, engine start. So, we don't do the strobes or anything on this aircraft. The door's shut, so therefore good to start. So, check clear to start from ATC, go around, check clear start from the ground crew, start engine number 2. There it is, started up nicely, GT coming down, and it is 1832, and we had 1, 2, 3. So, engine stable, power's online, and disconnect the GPU, signal to the ground crew to disconnect, and you can see that the GPU has turned off, the engine is powering the rest of the aircraft. Disconnect, shut the panel, and once unplugged the GPU disappears. Wait for the ground crew to come back, tell us they've been disconnected, and start engine number 1. You can come along in the Hawk, mate. We're down on the Victoria apron, stand 2-1, so 2-4 on the GA apron would do it. I think it's where I left it last time. So there we go, 1 has started up quite nicely. fuel temp to come up. Pop ECS on both. Clears the caution. GPU is disconnected. Lack of urgency is pushed out. Store protections tested. Takeoff data set. Trims all, as you can see there, set neutral. Flight controls. Full forward, full aft, full left, full right, full left rudder, right rudder checked. Speed brake, again, I've just set that to up. Nothing happens. It should. It should give a caution, I think. Gas protection not required. And one set for takeoff. Yeah, you can try and formate on me. I don't know if it will work, to be honest. Until we get altitude, it might be a bit blocky, but at least we can't kill each other. So that's the after start done. We would call up for taxi, and we really haven't got very far to go. The hold is just here, so hence why I planned for full weight takeoff. We're going to burn some, but not all of that. So let's have a look around. To avoid all these trucks driving down here. I don't program that, but that's pretty terrible. So let's get the before takeoff's done. I can't check the takeoff config yet. Head belts off. Damper is nice and protection not required. Throttle is not green. It goes green. No, sorry, automatic thrust reserve there should be green. And it is not. Backs advised, external lights. We popped on for taxi and we'll pop on for takeoff. What I didn't do was set the transponder. Told you I'd forget something. Feeling rusty. Oh, showing as an A320. That's rubbish. Need to sort your CSLs out. Does ex-CSL have them? Maybe not. A pretty little weight aeroplane. So, set our clearance there. Let me just have a look on the radar to see if there is anybody knocking about here. And we'll taxi forwards. So brakes off, airplane rolls, brakes checked using my button. Let's pop the lights on. I think I can assign those now, but I hadn't. Takeoff config, I'm pretty sure I had a button for that. Is it this one? It was not. I don't know what I just pressed. I do.
Takeoff.
That
okay.
P. Belfast City traffic, Ascot 1502. Taxiing, hold short Alpha 3, runway 04. Well, I can see a hawk at least. The colour's correct. Oh, look, I've just taxied into a So we'll be straight ahead and then a right turn after departure, so you should be able to catch up. So, put the flight director on. Lights are all on, takeoff's okay. Going Belfast City traffic, Ascot 1502. Lining up, taking off runway 04, departure by Duffy. So, nothing seen. Correct runway. And we're going to be taking off early. Our schedule was 5. Don't even know what time we started taxiing. When was it? A couple of minutes ago. A bit of a lump there. Or is there a bump in the runway? I hope that doesn't kill us. So we're going to be taking off with about 12 something fuel. Quite a nice dip on the runway. Unfortunately, we can't do formation hand signals. Maybe that will come in next plane 12. With a wind from 05, fast side of the runway should be on the right.
Runway 04.
But we won't try pairs takeoff because that could probably, two dissimilar aircraft is probably going to go wrong. So it is going to be 1840 for takeoff. 12:10. Let's get going. I don't think I've forgotten anything else. There we go. Full pressure. Power. Toga. It's pretty slow. Next takeoff weight. Coming up to V1. V1. Rotate. Minimums. Go. Oh, that was a bit twitchy. Gear up. Flaps up. Let's get the heading select, autopilot, yaw damper, and flight level change at 160. Flaps had already come up by then. Minimums. Minimums. Keen in it. I think it was track 033, something like that. Never mind. So we'll just start our right turn, something like that. Direct turn at the moment. What I'm not going to do is accelerate the aircraft too early. Let's see if that works, shall we? Go back to climb. Should have done that a bit quicker. To nav, and we'll be up to 250. So off takeoff landing gear is up, flaps are also up, yaw damper. I thought that came on. There it is, yaw damper's on. Thrust levers, max climb. And I'm going to be a little bit aggressive with this because I'm too fast. We'll do 225 in the climb. So, anti-ice, anti-ice on. This will be prolonged. We need to set standard up to flight level. We'll leave the windshield heat on. Checked pressurization, the aeroplane cabin rate is climbing 500 feet a minute, steady. Happy. And lights as required, we'll put those off at 10. West protection as required. There we go. Turn overhead Duffy, approaching 10. Should see a hawk behind us. Can't see it just yet. Should be an easy catch. That's a bit better, isn't it? Sacrifices the outside view a bit. So let's have a think about the arrival. Wallace E114. I think we've got that on too. I'll just do it over here, it's easier. So 114. Have one for the ILS 23 right, 1095. Latitude Manchester 1355. And let's have a look at 23 left and just have that on standby on nav 1. Oh no, of course we're not going to have 23 left. What an idiot. You can do that, but I don't know why you would. So there's an RMP for that approach. You'd have to backtrack onto that runway, so probably ain't going to be that. So .225. I think we'll keep that for best climb. Actually, I know the guys in reality did 250, but maintain 225 just so we don't take up too much track and can actually get up. I don't know what our cruise is going to be, so we'll just see what we end up settling down at. Talk. We have to speak to Manchester or London at some point. So there's 061 outbound from Wallace E. Nice easy approach into Manchester. So when it gets a bit closer, sorry. That should appear behind us. Or were you asking, does it show on the what do Garmin call them? PFD, MFD? But yes, there is traffic there, and there's no height filter, so it shows up for everything. There you go. The only thing, if you try and formate the refresh rate, you can see there that climb was a very rough level on the client. I think it gets position information every 5 seconds, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's very difficult. You find it very difficult to do any formation work like that. So yeah, once that was VATSIM's altitude. Is it altitude? They called it altitude. Whatever their new thing is position reports every second. So reducing the interpolation needed on the ATC clients to figure out where everyone's going should make it a bit more accurate and a bit more fun to fly. Get the belts off. There we go. So the packs out. Got an almost full jet. Reflection. Oh, great. Just double check with speed set. So I think they're worst case, so they will ruin the performance a little. Although they'll be pretty accurate for planned. If we get given a 160 until 4, that might be a bit of a challenge. 150. Possible, but we need to flap up, or would we? Do 160? Yes, we can with flap 1, even though the white arc starts at 160. No, it should be for any flap setting, so we'll have to check, but I'm pretty sure the white arc is wrong. I'm sure it shows up on this at 160, so we can do 160 and flap 1. That'll be fun. There we are, so out capture, or out select, whatever they Manchester. .200 at 4, variable 130230, 10k visibility, CBs, 1007. There we go, there is cruise. So I'm just going to leave the airplane and climb, get a little bit of speed up. And 280, 290, something like that. So 6 minutes till top of descent. We're not in the cruise for very long, so let's put the power back. And let's into 270, pop CSC on. Ah look, and they have updated it, it does go green. Which is pretty cool. Although it's still a bit sluggish to correct. Never mind. So we've got VNAV at 1700 altitudes for the arrival, which consist of 3.5. Yes. It's assuming that we do these, and then that's it. 3.5, 3.5. 12 DME and 10. I don't know what the real jet's like, but I imagine it would hold speed a bit better than that. But hey, I mean, it's good to see the development. I think Aerobask, whatever you want to call them, didn't expect it to be so popular, and I think they get onto an accidental winner. So good for them, really. So chart-wise, we've pretty much set up on the ground. So unless we get a runway change, or they're using other runways, which I doubt they will be. I think single runway ops. Should be right. Manchester, Vetus, 121975, let's tune that up. And let's pop COP 2 on. And we hear Zipty Nada. It's disappointing. Let's have a cheat and do it by text. Arrival 23 right, departure 23 left, transition on 65, 204, bearing between 10k, temperature 140.5, QH 1007. Happy. So 23 right is loaded, so the minimums. Until top of descent, and at some point we're going to have to speak to somebody. With that in mind, let's get transponder code ready. All about thinking ahead in aviation. I would be expecting to speak to London North. Interesting. I see that, but it's... see how that's it. See, we've got a little bit of drift on. 45 knot crosswind. Bit of a headwind. I suppose the boundary might be so like that. Might give us one of the Manchesters, a couple of those. That's it really, there isn't any to talk about. Not coming up. On the nav, which we can arm. Set 170. On top of the set, white circle. So approach briefing, well it's pretty simple standard ILS 23, the weather's nice. Expecting any hassle apart from traffic, and that's Manchester southeast 1332. That's a chat to them. Manchester, good evening. It's got 1502300. Just leaving flight level 250, descent flight level 170. Expecting there's E2 Delta.
Ascot 1502, Scottish Control, hello, that's correct. Squawk 4624.
Squawk 4624, Ascot 1502.
Manchester, EV032, 5000 feet, 7 miles, solid. EV030, contact Scottish 133.8. Contact Scottish 133.8, EV030.
Mersey is 230, that's our speed restriction.
Ryanair 2, Romeo, contact Manchester, radar 118.575. From 8575, Ryanair 2, Romeo, have a good one. Ryanair 468, resume navigation, direct to Whiskey Alpha Lima.
Navigation direct to Whiskey Alpha Lima, Ryanair 468.
Ascot 1502, descent flight level 150, resume navigation direct to Wallasey.
Descent flight level 150, direct to Wallace. That's got 1502. So with that in mind, we go vertical speed and going to go direct. Wallasey. Enter. Go. Airplane does. Oh dear, what just happened? Oh look, it's fine. Phew. So 23 right, we're going to accept all of those altitude. I can't because they are procedural, so we can't change them. Days. We'll bring the vertical speed back just a little bit. So we could of course do that conventionally, and in some ways it might be better to do that. So if we switch to heading, which we have, switch, I tell you what, actually I need to set that for the approach time 232.
Ryanair 468, descend flight level 100, speed 220.
Flight level 100, speed to 0.
357 for the mist. Back on nav, managed to drift off a little bit there. Could do it conventionally. I'm going to set 1007 over here as a reminder, so I can't pre-select it. So loading data, definitely done. Windshield heat is signs as required. Ice protection is
EV126
required.
Hollow Short, Alpha 1, final man for runway 26 departure. EV126, runway 26, clear for takeoff, service wind 230 degrees and 6 knots. Clear for takeoff, EV126.
So
Ryanair 468, contact Manchester, radar 118.575, goodbye.
got that tuned up.
4.9.575, see it.
So we're going direct to Wallasey. We expect vectors after that. Does it have a hold? It's got Mersey. I don't think there's a hold there. No. This goes direct, which is irritating. So if we do get a hold, that's good.
Close control, good evening, Easy 11 Alpha Tango with you, flight level 270.
Difficult.
Easy 11 Alpha Tango is going to show over to Mersey 2 Bravo, arrival to Manchester. Mersey 2 Bravo into Manchester, Easy 11 Alpha Tango. That's got 1502, redirect to Mersey, descent flight level 110.
Direct to Mersey, descent flight level 110. That's got 102. There we go, direct to Mersey. Can do it just about. And we're going to assume that the 230 speed limit still applies. 30-ish miles to go.
And also, just stand by on this frequency, I'm just going to reconnect you, that's it.
So far so good. How's the audio quality as well, guys? Hopefully it's all good, rather than that garbled mess that I had a while back. In case, probably a slightly better mic connection on the front. Although I'm pretty sure I tried it with the rear connector, pretty bad. It's just the adapter.
Eagle 1 Alpha Tango, when ready, descend to flight level 200. When ready, flight level 200, Easy 11 Alpha Tango.
Yippee little jet. Cool, it should be.
Right, that's got 1502, it looks like we're holding at Mersey now, you can reduce your speed as you wish. Estimated delay is about 10 minutes at the moment.
Roger, hold Mersey, Haskell 1502. Oh boy.
Scottish Easy 11 Alpha Tango. Go ahead. With that in mind, permission to slope to 250 knots? Yep, that's fine. Direct income. Easy 126. Roger, climb now, flight level 70.
Oh, where was the advised holding speeds?
For Easy 125.
Right, I'll look at the performance in a moment. It's not slowed too much. Seems comfortable enough. So how are we going to hold? You have to do that VOR and distance, so it's going to be a pole hill. Okay, yeah, I can live with that. isn't going to be on Pole Hill. Oh, we need Pole Hill for the DME.
Runner 1, question Ascot 1502, descend to flight level 100.
So flight level 100, Ascot 1502. Manual hold, yeah, you got to do manual hold in this, and I'm going to have to scratch my head and remember how to do it. So we need Wallasey 1141. So 1095. 1095 is what we need. So we need 114. There's Wallasey. We need Pole Hill. So Manchester is 11355. So if I need 121 on nav 2 because I need the DME for that. Good, I've got DME, so that's fine. I'm going to go direct to Mersey and hold. Hold symbol. No, it's not. There is Mersey. So we are going to go direct entry. Do 242 outbound.
Ascot 1502, contact Manchester radar 118.575, goodbye.
Manchester radar 118.575, service. See you again soon, Ascot 1502, bye bye. Manchester radar, good evening, Ascot 1502, Phenom 300, information, Lima, direct, Mersey to hold, descending flight level 100.
Ascot 1502, Manchester, roger. Eurowing, correction, yeah, sorry, Eurowings 9041, descent flight level 80. Descent flight level 80 for the whole Eurowings 9041.
There we are, checked, distance is coming up, direct entry. Fine performance. I'm sure there was something about holding speeds.
Okay, then 153, cancel the hold, you can turn left now, heading 340 degrees, descend flight level 70.
Right, here we go.
Cancel hold, left 340, flight level 70, KLM 153.
140. We are going to come back all the way clean to 140. Wow.
Shuttle 271, speed 180 knots. Speed 180, shuttle 271.
So,
Shuttle 271, contact director 121.35.
if it's a procedural hold, I think it should be in there, but it isn't. So,
shuttle 271, bye-bye.
I don't think the G1000.
Sorry, because
sorry,
I flew past Mersey, I don't have it anymore.
Roger, if you can just put that back into your FMC,
Figure it
or
out,
if
kid.
needs be, I can just back to you to Wallasey, let me know.
Go to Wallasey.
Minus 468, roger, turn left, right heading 280 degrees.
280, first class.
Yeah, so the G1000 can do
KLM 49 Charlie, descent flight level 90.
procedural holds, but what it can't do,
Descent flight level 90, KLM 49 Charlie.
what it can't do
Eurowings
is
9341, turn left now, heading
sort of like
through 20 degrees.
en route holds.
Left now 120 degrees, Eurowings 9341.
So,
Eurowings down to 341,
Whoa.
30 track miles, touchdown, descent altitude 5,000 feet,
didn't want that on the
QNH100.
CDI, there we go.
5,000 feet, QNH1008, Eurowings 9341, thanks.
9466, sorry, I just got Mersey back.
Ryder 468, roger, direct Mersey, hold as published.
So 061.
Mersey, direct Mersey, then hold. 9468.
Actually, I'll tell you what, we've got space for you now, turn it right, heading 060 degrees, and descent flight level 80.
It's about
Right,
46%.
060 and descend flight level, sorry, can you repeat that?
Just flight level 80.
Flight level 80.
So, Mersey, 17.5 DME pretty much on that radial. Was the note one?
Radar, hello, EZ36 Tango, descending flight level 90, hold at Dane. Roger. KLM 153, speed 220 knots. 220, KLM 153. And we'll make that heading 325 for now. KLM 153, 325. EZ36 Tango, Manchester, hello, it's information. November, Vector, approach 23 right, hold at Dane, flight level 80. Information, November, hold at Dane, flight level 80, EZ36 Tango.
So we're going until 30 DME from Pole Hill.
Rhino 22 Romeo, speed 180 knots.
We need a little bit more power than that. So the track is 242. I think we will drift to about 242 with 8 knots. Let's try about 48.
Oscar 1502, descent flight level 90.
Descent flight level 90, Ascot 502.
Oscar 1502, she disregard. Manchester, ED62 Tango Lima.
Checked.
ED60 Tango Lima, Manchester, hello. Descent flight level 100, hold at Roswell.
So we're looking for 30 DME Pole Hill.
Descent flight level 100 and hold Boston with November.
And we should be able to get back and then
153,
outbound to Mersey.
Altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1008 and speed 200. KLM 153, 5,000 feet, QNH 1008, speed 200. Hello, 352.
It certainly makes you think flying this jet manually. Well, not manually, but you know, not relying on the FMC.
352 Manchester radar. Hello, climb altitude 5,000 feet. I'm not sure where you're headed there. Turn left heading 030 degrees.
So not 30 DME yet.
020, 5,000 feet, around 25. Heading 030 degrees.
Well, look, we are tracking 242. Well done, me.
Eurowings 9341, sorry, contact.
Sometimes, guys, I impress myself.
Actually, disregard, turn right heading 1, course 200 degrees, descent altitude 3,500 feet.
Right heading 200, we'll send altitude now 3,500.
So there's 30.
9341.
Actually, 9341, disregard, heading 190, maintain 5,000.
2032 on the heading for a 30
190,
degree
maintain
inception
5,000,
case.
9341.
Getting a little bit slow, you've got to keep an eye on the speed.
KLM 153, turn right heading 080 degrees. KLM 153, right 080.
Not having an auto throttle does make it a bit more difficult. There you go, you can see it coming in.
We'll make that right heading 180 degrees. Right 180, KLM 153. Rhino 22 Romeo descent, altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1008.
Onto nav, so we were probably a little bit tight in with that direct, but never mind.
Can you repeat the instruction? It's down to 5,000 at the heading. 5,000 fine, QNH 1008, contact director 121.350. 5,000 1008, director Rhino 2 Romeo on 1235.
1235 tuned and ready, as you can see there. I think hardware really does help. Hey, that's not bad. Let's have a look on the map.
Rhino 468, turn right heading 240 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Right 240.
You know what? Hey, I think that was actually a rather good hold entry, if I do say so myself. Overshot a little bit. Booyah. Be happy with that. So, we are OBS outbound till 17.5 DME.
100 for 90, holding it down. Roger.
Give it a bit more beats.
Rhino 468, descent flight level 70.
70, 468.
Oh, thanks, mate. It really was more luck than judgment, but it wasn't bad, was it? Pretty long hold, especially at 140. Bear in mind, you've got... This really does get you thinking back in 3 dimensions.
Descent altitude 4,000 feet.
And don't forget, I'm not even really looking at this. It doesn't give us a trace of where we'd be. I'm just using that just to, you know... The nice thing about the sim is, in reality, see that if you've got flight logging somewhere.
Master radar, hello, ED227 inbound.
But we are waiting for 17.5 DME. either of those.
LR352, contact Manchester Director 121.350.
Bingo, there it is. Turn, and now we're on heading, and we've got to stay on heading. So this is, I think, how you do a hold. Well, I mean, it's working, isn't it? But this is how you do it. In the G1000 Phenom route hold. Thankfully, it is a distance hold rather than having to do it on time, because I don't think I can get the stopwatch working on this.
121.350, LR352. Okay, 153, climb flight level 70. 153.
So we've got plenty of holding fuel. Diversion fuel.
180 knots, turn left heading.
Set heading to 240.
Correction 020 degrees.
Left 020 degrees and the speed 180 knots, 9341.
We need 433 per rise, which is our alternate. So we've got quite a bit of holding fuel. 30 minutes is 313, so we could hold for 40 odd minutes. 240, 242. A little bit quicker over the ground, which will affect its timing.
Right heading 040 degrees.
Right 040,
Oscar 1502, descent flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, Ascot 1502. 80 set, vertical speed, no rush. On select. And sorry about the view, guys, because it is just that bit more difficult to see these.
Viewings
I don't see much anyway.
9341, contact Manchester Director 121.350.
Double check that's tuned.
121.350, 9341 bye.
I'm surprised there's such a range of power change. I suppose look at the angle of attack. Is that really right? So, recommending holding speed 140 knots up to 350 is 30% above stall speed.
Kelly 153, turn right heading 020 degrees. Right.
Now, angle of attack is... I suppose it's not too bad. I know we are descending, but it just seems a little bit
Right, 468,
high.
contact Manchester Director, frequency 121, correction, 135.
Anyway, we're looking for 30 DME again
135.0.
before we turn to the right.
Oscar 1502, Director 135.0.
Say again, frequency Ascot 1502.
135.0.
135.0 Ascot 1502. Thanks for the service. Bye bye.
Yes. 3,500 feet. 3,500 speed 170 LR. Down, descent to altitude 5,000 feet. The Manchester QNH 1008.
Descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1008.
Director, good evening. Ascot 1502, descending flight level 80, holding VATSIM.
Ascot 1502, Manchester radar. Hello again. It's expect vectors for an ILS approach to runway 23 right. Information November incorrect. Estimated delay is 5 to 10 minutes.
Roger, 23 right, November, and roger delay Ascot 1502. Not bad, not bad. Still overshot it a little bit there. 6-2 set. There we go. And we can easily cope with that. Yes, right, so, sorry, I was on my other screen looking at the Aerobask performance, and on page 64 of 83, it gives you the N1s, the expected N1s, and the flight level 130, 45.
Ryanair 468, turn right heading 180.
That's where it says it.
Descent to altitude 4,000 feet.
180 degrees and descend to 4,000 feet.
Hey, that's alright, I've seen the Zevo hold pretty much the same, so yep, that'll do.
This is radar, leaving the 62 Tango Lima in the hold. 62 Tango Lima, Manchester radar, roger. Estimated delay is 5 to 10 minutes. Oh, okay, 62 Tango Lima. Manchester, hello, KLM 49 Charlie holding at Rosa.
Tell you what, you don't get KLM with Dutch accents on ATC programs, do you? So yeah, I am quite surprised at 140. Look at the angle of attack, like 6 degrees.
Manchester radar, hello, information November is current, expect vectors for an ILS approach to runway 23 right.
Just a bit nose up, you know. Anyway, 17 and a half. Hey, I can manage it.
Roger, thank you. And
Yeah.
let me know if it's not
One
working
more.
out, I'll give you a vector.
No worries, thank you.
Yeah, blame flight sim.
Manchester Director, hello, EV227, holding out Rosen, flight level 110. EC227 Manchester radar,
Okay,
hello,
17 and a
information
half.
November is current, expect vectoring for an ILS approach to runway 23 right.
Like I say, I'm not even looking at this.
Route number 8 in sequence, estimated delay is 10 to 15 minutes, continue holding at Rosen. Continue holding on Rosen, expect ILS runway 23 right, it's about a 10 to 15 minute wait, that's okay with us, EV227.
Don't forget to bring extra fuel.
At Ryanair 468, turn left heading 070 degrees.
070,
Ascot 1502, the hold's cancelled, turn left now heading 070 degrees.
Left heading 070 degrees, cancel the hold, that's one.
Ascot 1502, make your speed 220 knots, please.
Speed 220, Ascot 1502.
Ryanair 468, contact Manchester Director now, call sign only 121
So-
350.
Manchester, 195, and we want the localizer, which is 232. And the ident India November. There we go, they are showing up. It does look busy. So sorry we can't enjoy the most of the scenery, and ex-Europe, which is looking pretty good as well.
KLM 49 Charlie, continue present heading, the hold is cancelled, descent flight level 70. Continue
What do you give us, 220?
Cancelled and descent flight level 70, KLM 49 Charlie. KLM 49 Charlie, speed 220 knots, please. Speed 220 knots, KLM 49 Charlie. KLM 49 Charlie, descent to altitude 5,000 feet, the Manchester QNH 1008. You have approximately 32 miles to touchdown. Confirm that was 5,000 feet, KLM 49 Charlie.
Don't forget, auto throttle, non-existent.
Say again, please. Confirm that was 5,000 feet for KLM 49 Charlie. KLM 49 Charlie, A firm, altitude 5,000 feet on Manchester QNH 1008. Yeah, 1008 on the QNH, 5,000 feet, KLM 49 Charlie. 86 seconds, flight level 9.
Approach, this is the aircraft 91, just take off around 23 right. The aircraft, not 23 right, 23 left.
Okay, Air France 199, Air France 1911, contact Scottish Control 134.425.
Sorry, I'm just fiddling about with Mike.
For Air France 1911.
Samsung online 062 Tango Lima.
That's on. Just in case we get descent into these.
Ascot 1502, speed 180 knots, descent flight level 70.
Speed 180, descent flight level 70. That's cool.
AEC 11 Alpha Tango, descent flight level 80.
80, which is 11 Alpha Tango.
KLM 49 Charlie, turn, actually disregard, KLM 49 Charlie, speed 180 knots, descent to altitude 4,000 feet.
So struggle with the speed.
and
That's
descent
great.
4,000 feet, KLM 49 Charlie.
some of that speed
Ascot
break.
1502, turn left heading 055.
Left heading 055, Ascot 122.
EC227, descend flight level 100. Descend flight level 100, EC227. Canon 49 Charlie, turn left heading 075. Left heading 075, Canon 49 Charlie.
So let's go. Level change. 180 checked. 70.
Easy 610 Manchester radar. Hello, information November is currently expect vectoring for an ILS approach to runway 23 right. And continue holding at Mersey, estimated delay is 10 to 15 minutes.
So don't forget to anticipate.
Call correction Canon 49 Charlie, contact Manchester direct now, call sign only 121.350. 121.350, call sign only, yeah, thanks for the service, Canon 49 Charlie. Manchester radar, good evening, Aerobask 47 uniform level 120, take over on flight level 100.
Sounds like the boys from Dublin.
Okay, all stations stand by.
So 433, we've got 800.
Okay, EC126 Manchester radar, hello, expect vectoring for ILS approach to runway 23 right, and descend to flight level 90.
There we go, missed them.
9000, EC126. And EC126, just confirm you are holding at Mersey. Negative EC126. EC126, roger, turn right, route direct to Mersey and enter the hold.
Guess where you're going to be holding.
Route direct Mersey, and enter the hold, EC126. Ascot 1502, descend to altitude 4,000 feet to the Manchester QNH 1008.
Descend altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 100. Ascot 1502.
Manchester, good evening, your wings 47 uniform, level 120, run. Your wings 47 uniforms, Manchester radar, hello, expect vectoring pilot approach runway 23 right, information November is current, descent flight level 1
not descending.
Flight level
level change.
Vectoring for 9S23 right with November, your wings 47 uniform. Ascot 1502, turn right heading 115.
Right heading 115 degrees, Ascot 1502. Don't forget to do the QNH. 008.
Ascot 1502, call sign only to Manchester direct and out 121.350, goodbye.
Call sign only 12135, thanks for the service. Ascot 1502, bye. Manchester direct, good evening, Ascot 1502.
Ascot 1502, director, roger.
There we go. Set, descending, anti-ice is on. We are happy.
Canon 49 Charlie, speed 160 knots. Speed 160 knots, Canon 49 Charlie.
It's looking pretty good. I don't know what's going on with the street lights down here though. Oh, I know what that is. That's two roads side by side, isn't it?
Nolly descend to altitude 3,000 feet. And descend 3,000 feet, Canon 49 Charlie.
There you go, Saitek. I mean, you can get a Phenom profile just from that.
Canon 49 Charlie, turn right, heading 190 degrees, cleared ILS approach, runway 23 right. Right, heading 190 degrees, and cleared ILS approach, runway 23 right, Canon 49 Charlie. Ascot 1502, turn right, heading 140 degrees.
Right heading 140 degrees, Ascot 1502.
EC36 Tango, contact Manchester Tower, 118.625, good evening. Tower 118.625, EC36 Tango. KLM 49 Charlie, speed 160 knots, maintain until 40 ME.
60 until 4, we can do that.
160 knots until 40 ME, KLM 49 Charlie.
With flap if we need to.
Approach from Lima November to Tango Alpha X-ray. Lima November Tango Alpha X-ray, director EVFR. Hey firm, tried to contact 133.8, but no joy. Lima Alpha X-ray, roger, contact Manchester radar 118.575, good evening. 118.575, bye.
It's got something going on in the background there.
502, turn right, heading 190 degrees, descend to altitude 3,500 feet.
Right, heading 190 degrees, descend altitude 3,500 feet, Ascot 1502. Screen's looking a bit stuttery, I'm pretty sure it's like that. Maybe it's just all the traffic that's on there. This one's nice and smooth.
Get up 49 Charlie, establish localizer.
Frame's doing okay. CPU, well worth the upgrade.
118.625. 118.625. Get up 49
Tuned and set.
Charlie. Ascot 1502, speed 160 knots, maintain until 40 ME. When localizer established, runway 23 right, descent glide path.
160 until 4, when established, descend glide. Let's go 1502. So, we've effectively been cleared for the approach. Of course, the phraseology is slightly different. .450 set. Well, the localizer was moving then, but I don't think it is. Not going to use flap 1 for 160.
FedEx 375 Foxtrot, heading 025 speed 270.
75 Zulu Foxtrot Manchester, director, good evening, descent to altitude 3,000.
Landing speeds, they are on there, mate. I did them. They're going to be higher than they need to be. And I'm just watching the localizer at the moment. Going to be a bit cheeky. And we're going to have to hit approach in a moment. There's localizer alive.
Zulu Foxtrot, turn left, heading 3.
Both armed. Flap 1. We go descending 160. Oh, it's a bit of a chunder jerker there. It's going to be straight ahead then 357. Yeah, I did. Just as a worst case, and we had loads of runway to play with, so it made sense to go with the worst case. Do the performance from that worst case as well.
0 degrees, speed 180 knots.
Step 320, speed 180, 75 Foxtrot.
There you go, flap 1, and we're just about holding at idle, so I don't think we'll be able to do this clean.
Ascot 1502, contact Manchester Tower 118.625, good night.
18625, thanks for the service. Have a great evening. Ascot 1502, bye.
Here's you two.
Runway 23 right now, report vacated.
Up 1, cross 23 right, will comes at 321.
Easy 36 Tango, we've missed approach due to traffic on the runway. Easy 36 Tango, yeah, my apologies, he wasn't cleared to enter. Turn right, heading 360 degrees, climb to altitude 4,000 feet. Turn right, 360 degrees, climb 4,000
Scenery's looking pretty good ahead.
Easy 36 Tango.
Tower, good evening. Ascot 1502, established 23 right, 70 ME.
Sat 321 vacated.
Easy 36 Tango, standard missed approach and contact Manchester radar 135.0, bye. Standard missed approach, contact Manchester radar 135.0.
So we are at idle. Speed is creeping.
Charlie, runway 23 right, you are cleared to land, service in 280 degrees 6 knots. Cleared to land, cleared on 4 Charlie. Easy 36 Tango 8 firm, that's correct.
So probably going to go
Golf Fleet,
gear down
the orbit's
a little
cancelled. Continue your downwind leg and I'll tell you when to turn base. Roger, that's orbit's cancelled and continuing downwind, Golf Yankee.
So 4 DME, gear down. There is the speed coming back. And missed approaches, climb to 3.5, straight ahead. And turn. So flap 2, then flap 3.
Sat 321, we'd like to change to Tower tower on 119.4.
CV ref coming in there.
Yes, please, 119.4, bye-bye.
Cheers, 194, Zap 321.
Got Lima Yankee. Traffic information is an Ascot E55, I'm not sure what that is, Embraer 55. Report final runway 23 right. Caution wake turbulence, recommended distance 5 miles.
Approaching 2, 3, right.
1 mile final, Golf Lima Yankee. Golf Lima Yankee, AFA. Roger, traffic inside, turning base now. We'll report final. That was in 9902, bye-bye. 9902, roger, hold position. What position is a 9902?
Haven't been cleared yet.
That's got 1502, Manchester Tower. Are you with me?
AFA.
That's got 1502, thanks. 23 right, you are clear to land. Servicing 280 degrees 6 knots.
Clear down 23 right, that's got 1502.
Manchester, how are you doing there? Speed 1521 at Fox 1.
So a little bit quick.
Vivo 1521, Manchester Tower, hello, hold
Wanted about DREF 5.
Fox 1,
A little low.
Fly slow.
Check continue.
Good evening, Tower, runner 151, holding shore, hotel 1, runner 151.
There's VREF. Back to idle. I got nicer as we got down. Oh, that was far too soft. Get on the brakes. I literally cannot see where to vacate. Oh, we're gonna have to go for the high speeds.
How easy sometimes really foxtrot the established manner. 23 right, traffic inside. Easy 75 Zulu Foxtrot, roger, continue approach 23 right. Continue approach 23 right, easy 75 Zulu Foxtrot. Golf Lima Yankees turning long final, keeping speed up as much as I can. The approach cancelled, bridge south. Sorry, was that for Golf Lima Yankee? Golf Lima Yankee, firm approach cancelled, route south. Roger, turning south, Golf Lima Yankee, approach cancelled. Cannon 49 Charlie, holding in Bravo 1. Cannon 49 Charlie, thanks, contact grounds 121850, bye-bye. 11850, thanks for the shows, bye-bye.
Ascot 1502 vacated.
Contact grounds 121.850, bye-bye.
Is that ground 121.850, Ascot 1502?
Tower, good evening. 60 Tango Lima, 8 miles to the right. Easy 60 Tango Lima, thanks. Continue approach T3 right. Continue approach 60 Tango Lima. Ryanair 151 behind the landing EasyJet A319 via Hotel 1, cross runway T3 right. Behind, report vacated.
Transponder does it by itself, doesn't it?
Behind the landing, A321, cross runway 24 right, runner 151, report when vacated.
Right, correction, Speedbird 1521 behind the landing EasyJet A319 via Foxtrot.
Runner 468, roger, taxi Kilo Juliet Stan 47. Good evening.
Don't even know what time we touched down.
Kilo Juliet Stand 47, runner 468, thanks.
Is this Bravo Delta? Ground, good evening, Ascot 1502 vacated Bravo Delta.
Ascot 1502, hello, welcome to Manchester, where would you like to park?
We can take the business aviation or anything over there. Ascot 1502.
Ascot 1502, roger, taxi right on tap, Alpha to the business haven.
Alpha to the business, thanks Ascot 1502. Is that real or is that just... is that there? Using a lot of power to get the aeroplane going. Brakes are off, brakes are up, flaps up. So we're just going to go right here and then park over on the left. Oof. Don't use the tiller, bad habit.
Manchester ground, Ryanair 234.
Somewhere.
Do we have pushback clearance?
Now I'll tell you what, look, you can see a fair few of these guys.
Calling Saitek Coulson only.
Ryanair 234.
Ryanair 234. hello, Squawk 0217.
Squawk 0217. Ryanair 234.
Well, this is the business aviation apron, so we'll just park up here. Gets us out of the way.
Good out again, M49 Charlie. Strange enough, there's a building on the taxiway Delta for us. Could you reroute us?
Dear. Just go through it.
Okay, M49 Charlie. Roger, straight ahead, Bravo to hold Bravo 3.
I've got to say, this does look pretty good. Frames are holding up.
Ground Ryanair 234. Can you give me the squawk again, please?
Charlie Charlie taxi, Foxtrot 1, hold short 23. Right. Say again, please, Shuttle 9 Charlie. Foxtrot 1 to hold, Foxtrot 1, 23 left.
Of course, in reality, somebody would tell you where to
Okay,
park.
so taxi, Foxtrot 1, hold short 23 right.
A reflection. What's going on there?
Foxtrot 1, hold short 23 right, Charlie, thanks.
Weird.
Skyway 2282 taxi, Papa, hold Papa 1, hold short 23 right. Skyway 2282,
Okay,
hold short
brake
Papa 1.
is set.
Ground is 75, DD4 from vacated 23 right.
That's us on blocks at
DC 75 to the Foxtrot, to go quickly Manchester, go to hello, taxi, Bravo,
1940.
Bravo, hold Bravo 3, 75.
Also should have put the lights off.
Okay, number 1, trying to give way to a UK virtual weather 320.
Should have turned these off as well.
Bravo, Juliet Echo, stand 7.
I'd give way to the traffic in front passing
Should
left to right.
have diff pressure as well.
Stand 7 via Bravo and Juliet Echo. Okay, number 49 Charlie.
Anyway, we'll let the airplane shut down.
1 minute decimal 65, thanks for waiting. 1 minute 65, Shuttle 9 Charlie, thanks.
It's not bad park.
280, contact tower, 1 minute decimal 65, bye-bye.
Let's have a look at what's going on out here.
Ryanair 234.
Oh, look, there's a lot of traffic. Some of it's
234, stand...
a little bit
Sorry,
squiffy.
give way to a KLM MS 320, Neo passing behind, left to right. Once it's passed, push and start approved, face south.
Roger.
There's a fair old amount of traffic here. Good few waiting for departure. I'm surprised they didn't space them out a bit more, but I suppose it's a bit more direct. Nice and busy. Not as busy as I have seen it, but still pretty darn good. I think they'd struggle to be doing single runway ops. Good to see the jets coming in. What can I say? That was busy. Added a hold, you wouldn't get that otherwise.
DC 75 to the Foxtrot taxi, Papa Lima stand 8.
Guess there is a museum there in reality.
Papa Lima stand 8, easy 75 to the Foxtrot.
And that, guys, is us. So let's ditch these. Ascot 1502 shack down. Thanks for the event. See you again soon.
Roger, thanks for flying. See you next time.
So we can disconnect from VATSIM. Complete the flight 109 on projectFLY. Captured those expertly flown holds. And we had 87 feet per minute. It's not bad. I thought it was going to be a real greaser, but take that. So let's have a look at the replay, shall we? I think it's the landing is a little bit difficult, more braking than anything, because I can only set the brakes to regular. I'm sure I've mentioned that trying to feather them using the pedals is somewhat difficult. It wasn't the best flowed approach. I think they're fast. Let's get. Oh, it touched down there, didn't it? So let's go back and just see. bit floaty. Was that the touchdown? Guess it was alright. Directional control, as I said. And that was with me using the shortcut for the brakes, so can only get better. Bad bit of variation. And a nice sunset at Manchester. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that. It was good to get back into the jet. There's a few things I forgot. But we did a hold that was okay. You can see that these were all clogged up. And in our aeroplane we can sort of expect to make those to vacate. So definitely don't use full flap at a big airport because you'll end up stopping somewhere here. We used half the runway pretty unnecessarily. We definitely need all that, and I would have liked to have been braking manually, but the brakes are just a bit twitchy and there's no feedback. So yeah, here we go. Welcome to Manchester. This is Aerosoft. I think it was free a while back, and not a bad bit of scenery to be honest. I don't think, and I can just about manage it with the frames, as you can tell up here. So well worth a CPU upgrade. I guess the 8400 was holding me back spectacularly. So let's cancel the replay. Done everything I need to do. I guess the flaps were going back to 0. Who knows? Anyway, let's get a little outside shot with the door open. And just a case of turning all these off. Pretty sure those are the secure checks. It's really pretty simple. Here's our jet parked on the ramp. Lovely looking machine, fun to fly, and yeah, it's certainly a handful. It's amazing how much more it saps your capacity not having an auto throttle. And, having to fly holds. We say flying a hold manually. I'm not hand flying it, so I should have much more spare capacity. But when it's busy and you've got loads of other things to do, and you're single crewed, see how that would be quite a challenge. It certainly doesn't help my like hardware displays and everything, makes it a bit more difficult to see. So I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, thanks for watching, and I'm sure we're going to do some more soon. So from me for now, till next time, bye for now. See you again soon.